Hello and welcome to another 360 Sync webinar. Today's topic is Autodesk and Procore Photos. This is one of the more popular things that a lot of our customers have asked for. They would like the ability to upload or download files from the Autodesk Photos tool and or the Procore Photos tool. So today what I'm going to do in my demo is show how we can do that for both tools. But first, let's talk about the functionality that we have currently. So for Autodesk, we can download and export photos as files wherever we want to take them. We can also transfer photos to the Procore's Photos tool, and we can also copy any metadata that is attached to that Autodesk photo to the Procore Photos tool. But one thing we cannot do is we cannot upload photos to the Autodesk Photos tool. I guess we could actually copy Autodesk photos from one project and then save them into the project files folder in another project, but we cannot go from one Autodesk Photos tool to another project's Autodesk Photos tool at this time. We are waiting for Autodesk to provide that API connection. For Procore, our functionality and limitations include that we can download and export photos as files. We can download or transfer specific photo albums or all of the photo albums. We can transfer photos from one Procore Photos tool to another Procore Photos tool with the metadata. That includes if they're tied to an album or if there's a tag, we can copy that data as well. We can copy photos from Procore to the Autodesk project files folder. However, we cannot upload photos to the Autodesk Photos tool as previously mentioned. Now you know what the limitations are, so now let's get started on our demo. First, we're going to add a project. We will call this Photos. I'll save. And so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to copy our photos from Autodesk and we're going to copy them to Procore. So I'll choose my company, I will choose my project, and then I will choose the tool that I want to connect to. So again, we've always been able to copy documents and folders from Autodesk, but now we can also copy RFIs, submittals, photos, and sheets. For today's demo, we're just copying photos. I will choose where I want these files to be copied to in Procore. So I'm going to pick my company, then I will pick my project, and then I will choose the Photos tool. So now if I wanted to, I could drop these in there into the unclassified folder, or I could create an album, which is what I'm going to do. So we will call this Photos Demo. So this one will be called Autodesk Photos to Procore Photos. That's the first thing we can do. We can copy Autodesk Photos to the Procore Photos tool, okay? Now, as well, what we can do is we could either copy those photos to a server or to a Windows device or to something like Ignite, or we could copy those photos to the project files folder or to the documents folder in Procore or into any of the other things that we connect to. I'm just going to show off a connection to Ignite. So we want to take those same photos and we want to drop them into Ignite. So I'm going to create a folder. I'll save that there. Then I will select it and we'll name this ACC Photos to File Server. So now we're going to add another mapping because we also want to copy Procore Photos to Autodesk. So I will choose my company that I want to connect to. I will choose my project, and then I will choose my tool. And so like I said earlier with Autodesk, we've always been able to connect to the Documents tool and copy files and folders, but now we can also copy drawings from Procore as well as RFI submittals and photos. We're just going to copy photos today. Now notice as well, I could choose to copy all of my photos, or I could pick a specific album. For the sake of argument today, I'm just going to pick this one right here. So we're going to copy this photo album to Autodesk. So I'll choose my company again, I will choose my project, and I will choose my folder. Okay, so again, I cannot connect to the Autodesk Photos tool directly, but I can download these to the Documents folder. And that's what I'm going to do. And we'll call this Procore Photos. I'll hit Create, then I'll find that folder, and I'll hit Save. And we'll call this Procore Photos to Autodesk. Okay, now as well, same as before. If I hit Save and Duplicate, I can actually choose to copy these to a server or to Windows or to some other tool. I'm going to choose to copy these to my desktop. We'll pick that. I'll create a new folder, call it Photos from Procore, and we'll select it. And now I'll call this Procore Photos to desktop. Okay, could have just as easily gone to something like PlanGrid or whatever, but in this example, that's what I'm doing. So I've got 4 different functionalities that I'm going to do here. First, we're going to copy files from Autodesk Photos to the Procore Photos tool. Second thing we're going to do is we are going to copy Autodesk Photos to a file server like Ignite. Third thing we're going to do is we're going to copy Procore Photos to the Autodesk Docs tool. And then finally, we're going to download Procore Photos to our server. So now, again, if I wanted to, I could schedule this to run so that the photos were uploaded or downloaded every day. But for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to hit play and run this right now. Notice as well that we can choose to copy our photos to a file server like Ignite. So we'll come in here and we can see that those are moving already. Then we can see that those are starting to be copied to Ignite as well. Notice as well, it will copy Procore Photos to Autodesk Docs. And now notice that those files show up as well inside of Autodesk. Finally, we copied some files from the Procore Photos tool to my desktop, so I can come in here and I can check those out. There we go. So there you have it. Hopefully this was fun to watch and informative. And hopefully, if you guys want to see a demo of this, personalized demo, I'm happy to do it. Just shoot us an email and we will jump on a call as fast as we can. So thanks for your time and have a good rest of the day.